Alaska Airlines has teamed up with Hawaiian Airlines to create new nonstop international flights. Go to alaskaair.com or hawaiianairlines.com, and I'll tell you more details later in the show. Welcome to The Leftovers. I'm Rachel Bell. The Leftovers is audio left on the cutting room floor from last week's Your Last Meal interview. And today, you'll hear never-before-heard cuts from Nadia, Caterina, Munno, better known as the Pasta Queen. Nadia has a new show on Amazon Prime called The Pasta Queen. She wrote 2 cookbooks and has more than 10 million followers on social media, where she cooks pasta with dramatic Italian flair.
Arrabbiata means angry. Why? Because it's spicy, just like you.
On last week's episode of Your Last Meal, Nadia talks about one of the most satisfying pastas of her life.
25 minutes after I gave birth with my third daughter, I just was like, can you run down to the restaurant and get me rigatoni alla matriciana? My mom couldn't even believe that I was sitting up. You know, I just gave birth and I'm like, give me the most earthy, Roman, iconic pasta. No IVs, like the hospital IV and fluid, nothing. I went for an amatriciana. The tomatoes give me life. I really am obsessed with anything red. So tomato-based sauces are my favorite.
I recommend you go back and listen to that episode before this one. But if you're all caught up, let's get into The Leftovers with Nadia, Caterina, Munno. Friends, today's episode is teeny tiny, just a little bite-sized morsel. A little pastina. Here is a lightning round with the Pasta Queen. What is your perfect birthday cake or birthday dessert?
Tiramisu.
And do you make it yourself? Who would you want to make your birthday tiramisu?
My best friend, Erica.
What is your I know this is a hard question, either all-time or current favorite pasta shape?
Spaghetti.
Do you know, are you familiar with Dan Pashman? He just came out with a cookbook that's and he just can't stop talking about how much he doesn't like spaghetti. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I mean, I think spaghetti is the ultimate iconic shape for Neapolitans. So it's such a romantic shape.
I love it too.
It's impossible not to love. I don't know what's happening with Dan.
I agree.
I mean, he's brokenhearted.
He's got to get his little heart mended, his little spaghetti heart. I am curious, have you ever been to the Olive Garden?
No.
No.
Never. And I will never go.
Have you ever had boxed mac and cheese?
No. That's that's the devil's work.
What is the favorite dish of your kids that they request the most from you?
Spaghetti pomodoro.
That is one thing I have to say that is so different in Italy. Like just having the tomato sauce with pasta, I couldn't stop ordering it. I felt like I should get something more complicated.
It's so good.
It's so good. The flavor of the tomato, it's so acidic and bright. Oh my God, I loved it.
Yeah.
What is an Italian dish that Americans aren't super familiar with that you would like to be more popular?
Not so familiar with that I would like to be more popular. Grisha.
That's one of the Roman sauces, right?
It's not popular. People don't know about it. It's pecorino, pepper. It's got guanciale bacon. It's basically an amatriciana, but white.
And what was your favorite childhood dish?
Puttanesca.
Okay, you were spicy.
Like, I am actually obsessed with the olives, the capers, the anchovies. I mean, it's to die for.
It is. It's like all those bold, salty flavors.
Oh, God.
And that was Nadia, Caterina, Munno's Leftovers. Check out Nadia's new Amazon Prime show. It's called The Pasta Queen, and you can find her on Instagram and TikTok. The Leftovers and Your Last Meal are both products of Seattle's Cascade PBS. This episode was mixed and mastered by Isaac Kaplan-Willner with editing and production assistance from Maliha Syed. Original theme music by Prom Queen. I created, host, and co-produced The Leftovers and Your Last Meal. And if you are flying Alaska Airlines in the near future, pop into their in-flight entertainment. They are currently airing a bunch of Your Last Meal episodes. I'm Rachel Bell, and this is The Leftovers. When you're flying, you don't want to deal with a layover. And starting May 12th, Alaska Airlines is offering nonstop flights from Seattle to Tokyo. So you can relax with a straightaway Oregon Old Fashioned or a Lagunitas non-alcoholic sparkling hop water. Choose from one of 800 TV shows and movies, including my TV show, The Nosh, in their in-flight entertainment, and step off the plane 10 hours later, ready to slurp some ramen. Alaska has teamed up with Hawaiian Airlines. Book your dream trip now. Go to alaskaair.com or hawaiianairlines.com. I am always on the hunt for a new food podcast, and one that I've been digging lately is Seattle Eats with Ton Vinh, produced by Seattle's KUOW in partnership with the Seattle Times. Ton is a Seattle Times journalist and food writer. On every episode, he shares his intel on the area's hottest restaurants and roadside food stalls. Everything from where to find Seattle's best teriyaki to the top wines at Costco. Listen to Seattle Eats with Ton Vinh on the KUOW app or wherever you get podcasts.